how much confidence have you guys taken from the overall performance against Southampton?
Yeah, a lot of positives to take from the game. As you see, we played against Premier League opposition and we matched them. I think if you was watching the game, there wasn't really much in it. It was a good team performance. We created a lot of chances, defended well. So I think definitely going forward, there's a lot of positives to take from the game.
Was that in part down to the fact you get a bit more time and space? You were allowed to build your attacks as you got going.
You can say that it was a different kind of test that we would get. Obviously in our league, they kind of let you play a bit as well, and obviously we've got a lot of good players on our team, and obviously a lot of people showcase what they were about. But I think it's a bit different as well because when we play in our league, there's a lot of teams that come up and they set up to kind of stop us. Whereas at Southampton, obviously them being the team in the bigger league, they just come out obviously to play their game, stamp their authority, which allowed us to play as well. But it was a good game overall, like very enjoyable.
Very much so. And look, you seem to relish that as well. A lot of people who've spoken to us, fans who've called in on the phone and remarked on your performance and how good it was. Did you kind of feel that that it was a good night for you?
Yeah, definitely. So like, I come off the pitch pleased with my performance first and foremost. And I thought I played well, but not just me. I thought just everyone along the back, midfield, strikers. I thought it was just generally a good team performance. I think everyone played well. But for me personally, I relished it. I enjoyed it. As I said, I thought I played well.
Do you kind of feel as though maybe it was your best performance of the season? I mean, I appreciate that's kind of a loaded question, but as it goes,
you can say. I think you can say that due to the opposition that we played against. Also, I've had other good games this season, but that being a Premier League opposition, you can say that. I think that's a fair comment.
And playing in a slightly different role, you were able to get forward just that little bit more, as well as obviously your defensive responsibilities.
Yeah, it's something that I do like to do when opportunity arises. Obviously, I've done it a few times this season. Something I do like to do, like step in when the space is there. And obviously, when Reece James come on for the last 15 minutes, the manager put me out to right wing back. So again, that allowed me to get forward as well. So yeah, it was good. It was enjoyable.
Something to mention for him in the future then, maybe? What he requires?
Yeah, well, that's something.
Switch your legs down the right hand side.
Well, that's something for him to comment on. Obviously, my position is obviously centre back first and foremost. But if needed, like I did the other day, if I need to fill in, step in, and I can do a job there, I'm happy to do it for the team.
As you say, you've had a pretty good season, but how would you sum it up so far in your contribution?
It's been a bit of a mixed bag really. I haven't played obviously as many games as I'd have liked to, but I think didn't start off the season the best. Then I've come in, had like a decent spell for a few games, then was out of the team again. So right now it's just about finding that consistency. Obviously I've had like a run of the last 3 games now, and I feel like I performed well in those 3 games. So it's just really to kick on and just keep taking it game by game. But as a collective as a team, I think we're in a good place right now. I think we're performing well. And then so I think we're in a good place, and I think we're ready to step up and kick on from here.
Is that sort of the in and out kind of nature of the season for you? Is there a reason for that, or is that just something that kind of this squad has to get used to? Because there are changes, aren't there? Sometimes players drop out, and fans look at the team sheet and go, "Why?" sort of thing. It's just keeping everybody as fit as possible.
Yeah, I think it's okay. You just got to look at our squad, the amount of players that we have. And we have a lot of good players as well. So everyone, let's say if I'm not playing, you've got other defenders that come in, and you look at them, they're obviously really good players as well, and vice versa for our midfielders, for our strikers. So I think it's just a case of that. Obviously, manager selects the side. Obviously, we'll got respect to the decision, and obviously just get on with it.
Do you feel as though this squad is more than capable of usurping those that currently lead the way in the division?
Yeah, for sure. I think we got a very good squad on paper, and obviously. We've still got a long way to go, but as I said, we're in a good position now anyway, so we're not too far behind. So we just know if we just carried and performing well as we have the last few games, just keep picking up results, it should take care of itself.
Well, of your many talents and abilities, penalty taking, not necessarily one of them, is it?
Well, I stepped up.
I was going to mention it in any case.
Yeah, well, obviously. No, I don't really take penalties, obviously, me being a defender, but got to a penalty shootout, I stepped up, I was confident. Obviously, it wasn't meant to be, but if a situation was to arise again, I'd happily step up again. Obviously, it is what it is, but obviously, it wasn't meant to be the other night, keeper saved it, but we move on.
The 90 minutes in many respects were more important than that, weren't they? So yeah, Accrington, the next challenge. What's your kind of take on them right now?
Well, we know if we played against them last season, we know that'll be a tough game, especially going to their place. It'll be a complete different test to obviously Wednesday, so boys are all ready for that. But I think if we all play to our best of our abilities, hopefully we can get a good result. But we know that's going to be tough. They're a different environment as well, so something that we're all looking forward to as well. Different kind of test, and that's the beauty of football. You go from a few days ago away at Southampton, and I've seen a great footballing game, and we know that we're going to go to Accrington, and they might be a bit scrappy. A lot of defenders do in terms of like set piece and stuff like that, but it's something that we're all ready for.